Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Helen eBay and this is lesson 4 of guitar improvisation series. Before we dive in, this video is sponsored by musicianauthority.com. I will leave a link to their website and their YouTube channel in the description box so you can check them out and subscribe to their YouTube channel if you like. That would be great. So far we've only played, the pentatonics over their static chord shapes. Today we're going to try playing different chords in the same key, and the first thing we're going to do is play chords that are moving kind of fast and you don't have time to tell a story about each chord. So what do you do in that instance? For example, alright, so this is just a regular 1-4-5 in the key of G. The first thing that you can do is actually play the G major pentatonic over all the chords and it will still sound great. Alright, I'm going to show you an example. So now that we have that in the loop, the first thing we can do is actually play our pentatonic scale over this. Something like that. I just play the G major pentatonic over all the chords that are moving fast, because you don't have time to kind of spell out each individual chord, so you can do that. So guys, what happens when you have time to tell a story about each chord, and improvise over each chord? You can kind of play the G major pentatonic scale over the G, C major pentatonic scale over the C, and D major pentatonic scale over the D. You can do that, it's fine, but there's also another way that you can do it, which I will kind of emphasize today, and that is playing melodically. You want to figure out where the chord tones are. If you're in G, of course we're in G now, you have 7 notes as G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, right? We're going to focus on the roots, the thirds, and the fifths of each chord. The roots, the third and your fifth of your 1 chord, the roots, the third and the fifth of your 4 chord, the roots, the third and the fifth of your 5, G, C, and D. Okay? Now let's identify where the roots of the chords are. The root of your G chord is here, so in this shape, right? Starting from here. So the root is of your first chord, that's G, is here, in this shape, right? So the root of your 4th chord, that's C, is here, right? There's a C here, there's a C here, here too, and then D, there's a D here, right? There's one here in this shape, which we all know. So now what we are going to do first is focus on the roots of these chords as we go through the progression. We'll still go to the 3rd and the 5th later, but let's try to see how it sounds with the roots. I'll put on a little backing track so we can kind of get the idea. So we'll focus on the roots first, right? This is your C, right? The root of the 1, right? Let's do that again. The root of the 1, right? Then we'll go to the root of the 4th chord now. Then the fifth, the root of the fifth. So let's add more of the chords now, more of the scale. The root of my first, the root of my fourth, the root of my fifth, right? The root of my first. So now the next thing we are going to do is focus on the thirds. Third of your one chord, that's the third of G, would be B. Now where are our B's in this shape? There's a B here, there's one here, and if you want to go further, open string, right? The third of your fourth chord, that's the third from your C. Third of your fourth chord is E, which is also the sixth of your one chord. So if you're playing this, you're playing the sixth of your, and you're also playing the third of your fourth chord. Alright? So when you play this note, you're also implying that you're playing the fourth, right? That's a chord tone. So the third of your fifth from D is F sharp, right? F sharp, this note here, is also the major seventh of your root note. It is the major seventh of your root note. It is also the third of your fifth chord. Alright? So the third of your fourth is the sixth degree of your tonic. The third of your fifth is the major seventh, that is still the seventh of your root of your tonic. So let's try that with the loop. That's the third of my root, right? The third of my fourth. The third of my fifth, right? You can see that now, right? Alright, so let's elaborate this more now. So I hope you get that, guys. Emphasizing on the thirds. The third of your one, the third of your fourth, and the third of your fifth. Okay, this is playing melodically. All right, so now we're going to try it with the fifth. So the fifth of your one is this note, right? That's the fifth of your one chord. That's the fifth of your G, is this note, D. Now going to the fourth chord, the fifth of your fourth chord is G, which is also your root, right? So you have this. The fifth of your fifth chord, the fifth of your fifth, all right, which is also the second of your root, or the ninth. Now, if we want to play with the loop, we're going to emphasize the fifth of your one chord, the fifth of your four chord, and the fifth of your fifth chord. Okay, so let's try it with the loop again. The fifth of my one, right? Sounds strange, right? This is the fifth of my fourth, the fifth of my fifth chord, again. Fifth of my fifth, my fourth, and fifth of my fifth. So now let's elaborate this, right? Okay, so you get it now, right? Now let's try to combine all these concepts together. So you can see how you can create melodies from chord tones and from looking at the first, the third, and the fifth. You can also look at the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and all of that of each chord that you're playing. But this is like one of the popular progressions that I know of, 1, 4, 5. I hope you understand all of this. Now, how do you put this all together? You mix and match. Obviously, the roots are easy. The root of 1 is 1, the root of 4 is 4, and the root of 5 is 5. Okay, first time, get that down. So the second time around, the third of 1 is 3, the third of your 4 is 6, and the third of 5 is 7, right? So get that down too. And then the fifth of 1 is 5, right? The fifth of your 4 is 1, and then the fifth of 5 is 2, or 9. This will help you solo melodically. You understand exactly what you're doing. That's it, guys. I will see you in the next lesson, which is also the last lesson. Take care. Bye.